we stained the guitars with gold particles, like gold flake in the grain, and then clear coat that.
If you'd like to follow the process of turning a block of wood like this into a guitar like this, then you've come to the right place. And if you would like to see me give this guitar away, click subscribe, hit the bell. Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Build a Guitar. I've got two packages in front of me here that I'm going to open with you and show you what these boxes contain that hold the next crazy chapter 2 of Let's Build a Guitar. I am nervous. I feel underqualified. And I feel like this is going to be my Mount Everest. Well, before I open these two packages, which will reveal my Mount Everest of guitars, let's go check out a couple little packages that I got first. A package has arrived that I get to open up for going on to that X-Orizon guitar. I needed a few more parts. Sometimes StewMac is a little bit expensive on some things, but if you shop around and you know what you're looking for, you can get pretty good deals there too. So I got these from StewMac. I know it's a go-to for a lot of people, and it's also a place where a lot of people complain about the cost. But if you can get quality and get what you need, it's where to go. And they had what I needed. So what did StewMac send me? One of these is a bridge, and one of these are guitar tuners. The guitar tuners that we use for the X-Orizon guitars, the same tuners that were used for the original Prince Cloud guitars is what I use. And those are the Schaller M6. My goodness, where are they? Oh, wrong box. This is the bridge. I should have known that by the size. So here's the bridge that I've got. This is going to be going on X-Orizon as well. Really like these. I like how they adjust. I've used them multiple times now. The tuners that are used on the Prince Cloud guitar are the Schaller M6 Mini. That's what I use. I'm going with black. So the originals were almost always all gold. I'm going with black. The M6 Minis are just incredible. I love the quality of the Schaller tuners, the machine heads. These are not a locking tuner, they're just the Schaller M6 Mini, but they hold tunes so well. And they just take up a smaller footprint on your headstock. That bridge and those machine heads are going to be going on this guitar, which I now have 14 coats of polyurethane on here. Today I'm going to be sanding this down. I just have sand in between on this, and then I'm going to be spraying this again. So not a lot of content in regard to this. So the content you've got today is me talking about what is chapter 2 of Let's Build a Guitar. This is going to be a crazy ride. Now I have 14 coats of clear coat on here going with glossy, and I will use 600 grit sandpaper to roughen up, smooth out some of these dips here and there. But otherwise, if it's fairly smooth, all I need to do is just rough it up a little bit. That's all you need in order to get the next layers to be able to stick well. It's not all that thrilling watching me sand, is it? I wouldn't think so anyway. Unless I could come up with some really good jokes. My favorite joke lately is the people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do. I am quite convinced that there are probably guys who know how to do this a whole lot quicker than what I can, but I'm not doing this about speed. I just find that I am able to get what I like, taking my time and just working it and reworking it. There's got to be some shortcuts that guys who are just professionals at doing this would know. I might not do this professionally, so to speak, but my end product that I get, I like. I see working on a guitar like this more as doing art rather than manufacturing. If I were to work in a factory or a shop doing this, I would have a lot to learn from those guys. I will never pretend that I know it all. Where those shiny spots are, that's where there's a little bit of a dip left in the wood yet. Now these are pretty shallow now. I might be able to keep sanding those, but right now what I would do is I'm going to leave some of those little shiny spots. That's okay as long as they're really quite shallow, because I'm still going to be giving coats of polyurethane to this. When it comes time to do the final sanding and then the final buffing and polishing, once I do that sanding with my 600 grit or 800 grit, I don't want to see any shiny spots left. Look over here. You can see how you see the little ripples and ridges and little bumps. They call that orange peel. I don't want any of that orange peel when this is finally finished. So we're going to sand. I'm going to sand that away, and I just build up the layers and then take off all of those bumps.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors.
Now that I've got 14 coats of polyurethane on, and because I'm only using 600 grit sandpaper, and I'm pressing really lightly, and I'm still trying to make sure that I stay more in here than on the edges, I'm not quite so concerned though about getting these edges, because I will actually get them a little bit, very lightly touching. Like I said, I've got quite a few coats of poly on there. Not too worried about burning through the polyurethane down to the bare wood.
While you're on the open sea, cannot take this anymore.
If you're doing a decal for the logo, you need to put that on after you've got some polyurethane on there. I've got 14 coats of polyurethane on this guitar already. And you put that on a place where it's shiny. You don't sand underneath it. You put the decal on, and then I had to very carefully sand around it, not coming up to the decal so I wouldn't remove it by accident. And now I'm going to put my first coat, which is going to be a very light spray on the whole guitar. Then I need to leave it for about 45 minutes, and then I'll give it more of a normal spray, and then I'll leave it for every hour and a half through the day, and I will spray a little more every hour and a half all day long. It's early morning right now, so I should get another 7 coats in at least.
There are a lot of choices waiting to be made.
I need to be very careful as I open this up, because I don't want to hit what's inside. We have got 2 pieces of very quilted maple. This wood was sent to me. It is supposed to be a 5A quilted or curly maple. This is definitely quilted. Wow, there is a lot of quilting on that though. Two pieces. These pieces are both 7/8 of an inch thick. This piece is 35 inches long. This piece is 33 3/8 inches long. These are 12 11/16 inches wide. Let me tell you about what's going on and why this is a bit nerve-wracking and going to be kind of a challenge for me. I'm excited about it, and it's one of those things that I'm a little scared to death. So this is my Mount Everest of guitar building. I've been commissioned to build 2 more of these guitars, the X-Orizon semi-hollow, by a gentleman who has already purchased 2 of these guitars from me, which I'm very, very thankful for, because this means he's happy with what I have built him. I got the wood in today.
Is it sexy?
It's some really nice wood. Yeah. So it's quilted maple. I was thinking it was going to be curly.
No, it's quilted.
Yeah, it's quilted. Yeah, very nice quilting.
It was the largest pieces I've ever seen.
I'm going to give him anonymity unless he at some point gives me permission to say who it is or talk about him more. But what he's told me, what I know, he grew up with Prince. He was friends with Prince. He's played with Prince. He's played with other famous musicians. He is now in Hollywood and he is doing music for movies and TV. He owns 2 of my guitars, one solid body, one X-Orizon, and he's having me build him 2 more guitars. Prior to starting the Let's Build a Guitar YouTube, I was building guitars for myself and I was building guitars that people commissioned me to build. When I've built commissioned guitars in the past, I find the wood that I like to use and want to use, and I always build 2 of them or 4 of them at a time, because I know that way, you know what? If I screw one up, I've got another one that can go. Well, I've got this wood that is 5A quilted maple that was special ordered and sent from California to me to build these guitars from. There's no room for me to make a mistake. But as an example, when routing, as I came up around on this route, this wood here was weak on this point and it just broke that right off. So there was like a square off. So I thought, well, I'll see if I can make this look right. And it doesn't, you know, doesn't look right. So it might end up being a cutting board for me, I suppose.
You know, and I just want you to dream, because I had an idea, and I don't know if anybody can do it, but what if we stained the guitars with gold particles?
Mm-hmm.
Like gold flake in the grain, and then clear coat that. We're just going to take our time. We're crafting art.
So maybe you guys are going to be able to help me out with a little bit of this one. He's got some really creative ideas that he wants to do with this to make it very special. One of the things that he wants to do is to use gold stain on it. Not just gold colored stain, but he wants to work gold into the stain. Wondering if we might be able to do that. Obviously, keeping the quality of this wood, this quilted maple, very unique quilting on here actually, stained with like gold leaf mixed into the stain type of thing. Does anybody know about this and how to do that to just make this absolutely incredible? And then for the back plates, he's going to have gold etched back plates put on. Chapter 2 of Let's Build a Guitar is going to be me building these guitars for him. Now I'm going to come back to building and giving guitars away, but I need to be able to afford to keep building these guitars. I've got some help from my Patreons, which has been fantastic and it really helps a lot, but it's a very small percentage of what it costs me to build a guitar. So I've got Tony's guitar that we're going to be giving to him. He is our Army vet. And I've got this X-Orizon guitar that I'm going to be giving away, and that one's not too long from now. In the meantime, I'm going to get started with these. This is going to be a really fun adventure. And I would be lying if I didn't say that I wasn't nervous. So I've made a few mistakes here and there like that, where the wood or something just didn't work out. And with a quality, expensive, nice wood like this, I really don't want to mess anything up. I want to do a really good job for him. And so, we're going to make a guitar for Mr. X.